Hey everyone, welcome back to Carrots and Olives. My name is Brittany, and in today's video we are going to talk about One Book July. I joined One Book July last year and it worked out really well for me. That's when I really started bullet journaling, and I was using this A5 size notebook. I also had a Hobonichi Weeks with me as well, and that was the year that I decided to give the Hobonichi Weeks a break and to start bullet journaling. So this was my bullet journal from last year, and I actually kept up with it for pretty much the rest of the year into 2019, and it has treated me very well. I was able to journal in it. I was able to plan in it. And then I think it was in February or March of 2019 when I just couldn't keep up with it because I was journaling in a different notebook, and I had purchased my Hobonichi A6 for art journaling, and then I had purchased another Hobonichi for just my Etsy shop. So I wanted to use all the new things I had bought, and I ended up putting this to the wayside and just pretty much taking a break from it. So for this 2019 One Book July, I am doing the non-One Book July. So I have my A6, I have my shop Hobonichi, I have my family and personal Hobonichi, and then I have my journal, and I've switched into a Giglio in the standard size for financial planning. So let's dive into these 5 things, and I will kind of show you how I break them down. Now, the reason I'm using all of these is I think I've realized that I'm more of a multitasker, and I've just been so fond of having a bound book. I can't wrap my mind around rings because I want to keep things together, and I hate having like pieces of paper everywhere, and that's kind of how I felt about rings. Now we're gonna get into this, and I'll explain why I think this will work for me. But as for everything else, this is my A6 Giglio. I have my Hobonichi Techo, and I started off the year really well, just like last year, and I was doing a lot of my like day-to-day drawings of like what happened in my day, and then fell off on the 6th, and it just ended up not working out very well. I think I just got really tired of it because last year I made it all the way from day 1 to day 365, and I have drawings for the whole year, and it's so exciting to look back at. So it didn't work out. I was trying to find a way for it to work for me, maybe notes, maybe recipes. Then I went into a food diary, and things just started to be the exact same. So I was like, there's no point. I'm just doing the exact same thing every single day. I didn't get that much better. I mean, I was a little bit more aware of what I was eating, what I should stop eating so much, and then I wanted to get into working out more. That didn't work. So now I am pretty much using it as a like catch-all of like to-dos. And so it's like my daily to-do list. If I get around to it, most of the time in the morning I can get up and write all the things I need to do, or in the evening I will write the things I need to do, but I do not always get to it. Although when I do come back to it, it is nice to look at to see what I did do if I didn't have a chance to write it down ahead of time. So for instance, here yesterday I had planned to write everything down in the morning You can see I started, but I never finished it, although we did get a lot of stuff done. So before I move on into tomorrow, I'm going to write down all the things I still need to do. I mean, the day is still young, so I have time to do more. And then write the things down that I did do. I also like to write down what I've accomplished for the day. If I didn't get to ahead of time, write down my tasks. And I really like this format. I've actually kept up with it for, did I start it in, yeah, probably towards the end of May. No, beginning of May. Yep, I started a little bit in April, and then I really started strong in May and then kept up with it all the way until now. So I really like how this is working for me. So that's the A6. Next, I talk about these two all the time, and I have discovered so far that I love the Hobonichi Weeks. I really do. I really like the space. Especially for me, I don't normally have a ton of things going on, so the space fits for me. If I were any busier on a day-to-day and on a weekly basis, this format may not work for me, and I can see how some people have found that it doesn't work for them, they need more space. They use a accompanied notebook or journal along with the Hobonichi Weeks. But I really like the format. I really like the fact that you can be really creative in such a small space. And so this one is mainly for my Etsy shop. Now my Etsy shop is going to be closing tomorrow, and I'm trying to make sure that I still keep up with it. I don't want to fall behind and have blank pages. So I think I'm going to use it for ideas, and if I don't, I'm going to try to figure out what else I can use it for until my shop comes back up. So I really love this Giglio. This is the blue Croco mat, and it feels completely different from the black Croco mat. This one is more smoother, and I have a feeling I have a bubble gum coming. I'm so excited. It should come today. I'll try to do an unboxing video, but I have a feeling that the bubble gum is going to feel more like this blue matte Croco. So this one's from Giglio. This one is from VDS, and I really like this one. I mean, I like the color I chose, which is black. They have other ostrich printed colors, and I think what I really like about this one is that it's just so durable. I mean, I'm not really gentle with my planners. I really use them, and I have two little boys, so they get into my stuff as well. Just the other day, my son had my Sailor large 1911 fountain pen in his hand, and I was freaking out. I was like, no, where did you find that? But anyway, so this is my family planner, and I like that you can tip in things. You can use little dashboards, and it's just, I feel like you can be so creative in such a small space. I really enjoy the Hobonichi Weeks. So this is the next thing I use. Before we move on, this one is the January start, and this is the spring start, and I have been using both of them simultaneously, and they work for me. I can't imagine just leaving these behind to do something else. Next is my journal. Now this journal I've had for a month now, I think, and it looks like I've destroyed it. I'm so upset with myself. I did not put enough of the spray protectant on this journal, and it pains me to see this. But I think I'm okay with it now. At first, I was really disappointed, but I think I'm gonna just take a wet cloth, and wipe over it so that the color just matches. This is the Janet leather from VDS, and I use this as a journal. I don't really have it very decorative. I'm kind of new at the whole decorative pocket thing, but I am learning, and I'm excited to see, like, hopefully by the end of the year I would have improved and the ring planner community will be proud. But I use this for journaling, so it's hardly much of a decorative planner or a drawing planner. It's all just journaling. I did do a couple of drawings here and there, but for the most part, I'm just journaling. And then I have like tip-ins, like I have this tip-in, and I really enjoy using this. Last but not least is the sky. This is the Giglio Campagna. It is a personal size ring planner, and it is already patinaing a lot. You can kind of see all that pebbling and the darkness up here, a little bit around the edges. I bought this secondhand, and I am really happy with it. I think I like the way notebooks look after they've been used for a little bit. I mean, gently used, although I have been buying a few items from Giglio directly. I don't mind buying used from other people, and if you are one of those people who want to always buy brand new, you should consider buying used, because especially with Giglio planners, people take really good care of them, and I have had no problems with the last two purchases I've made used. This is my pocket game right here. It looks a little bit better, not as great. I just have some fun photos. I have the Chow card from Cloth and Paper, and then the Be Right Back. I don't know, is that what that means? BRB, Be Right Back. That from Cloth and Paper. These acetates are from Happy Scrappy, and these eyelashes are from Hobby Lobby. I don't really have much in the zipper pocket. It's just stickers. And then in this area, I have all my financial papers. I haven't really used it yet. And I think what's holding me back is the fact that these papers are just, some of the papers I'm using, they don't match. It's kind of just random stuff I had laying around that I felt like I could use. And I'm just not really thrilled with it to want to open it every single day and write in everything. I love the Cloth and Paper inserts that I got. I just haven't used them yet because I don't want to mess it up. I want to use it when I'm ready, and right now I'm just not there yet. I just think the style is kind of all over the place, and so I don't know. I'm just really, it's not there. I'm still working on the setup and trying to get everything to coordinate well. And once I do, it will be ready. So this is the Campagna. It does have the big back pocket, which I just have some stickers back there. I do have the pen loop, which folds perfectly within the Giglio. It's not overly stuffed. And yeah, so the boys have walked in on me, and you could probably hear the little one talking. He's trying to mock me. But that's what I'm using. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. For those of you who have been kind of on the fence of whether or not they can plan in one notebook for the month of July, I know it's a challenge, but I just say you don't have to do something if you found something that works. Do you, and you'll be okay. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.
Look.